did a series of chords, and then I wound up taking guitar solo over it, which was the right thing to do. And it's my favorite recorded guitar solo ever. Rose of Sharon. I feel like it was my Miles Davis moment. I just played the right shit at the right time. You know? So I feel real good about that. But anyway, so I'm writing the song. I don't want to write a bridge, really. It's just like a bunch of words, because the song is very pithy. It doesn't really explain it itself, but you know what it's about. And so, okay, but I need something. And the song has this, I'll play the riff. So the riff goes, I was playing acoustic guitar, and I wanted to write something that was kind of delta, you know? And yet I like that hip harmony. Say, right? Major third, or fourth, major third, minor third. That's the Miles Davis thing. Dee-da-dee-da. And still it's funk, you know? So the feeling of this was like, you know, delta was kind of the idea. And it just had this kind of feeling of like maybe, you know, dust bowl, you know, expanse, you know, kind of space with not a lot in it, you know, kind of rough, maybe a little sad that way, you know. I'm going to go ahead and say these things. I started this song, I sat down, and like I say a lot, give yourself an assignment. It's just some place to start, you know. And then all of it can change. It's just a place to start. Give yourself, all right, let's go, you know. So I decided I was going to write a song that had some kind of a reference to the rose, because it's the worst idea ever. The most, you know, well-worn image for a song, you know. All right, let's see what happens. So that was just my starting point. And I don't remember exactly the order, if I gave myself that first or if I sat down and then played the riff. I played that riff just almost instantly, just looking for this kind of thing, you know, open strings, fifths. And I'm like, I like this riff. I need to get a pad and paper and start writing some lyrics, you know, because I had a starting point that I liked. So I went out to my little studio room, no recording stuff, I never do that. And pad and paper, you know, to get a pad and paper, came back in, I write on the couch. And I happened to see something I'd written down, because you write down, if you're a songwriter, you write down song titles, you write down phrases, words that you like together, you know, just maybe, you know, something will happen. And I had written down, lead with your left. So there's alliteration in lead with your left, right? Alliteration, lead with your left. And it's like this, you know, lead with, you know, your heart, as opposed to, you know, that side, aggression. So, oh, lead with your left, that's nice. And, okay. So I still have this image of the rose thing that I have to do. And I've got this dust bowl thing going, you know, in my mood. And I'm like, how am I going to do that? And I thought of the play, which became a movie, The Grapes of Wrath. And I don't know if any of you know of it. Some of the Americans certainly would. So Grapes of Wrath, and it's Dust Bowl, you know, and they're driving in that truck with all their belongings all the way to California from Oklahoma. And the guy's daughter's name is Rose of Sharon. I'm like, yes! I don't have to write about the rose. I have Rose of Sharon, so that's her name. I was really happy about that. You know, black rose. Come on. Okay. I lead with my left. don't you come on? Why don't you come on? Sorry about the voice, man. I've got this stuff in my throat. Lots of space. I come here with water. Your world is on fire. And I'm met with the smoke clears, with the screech of your tires. Rose of Sharon, why don't you come on? Why don't you come on? Right, so there's this, so I start out with, I lead with my left. So one of the things I say about songwriting a lot is, it's just laying on the floor in front of you. You need to pick up that first piece. It's like a puzzle, So I lead with my left. You lead with your right. It's just right there, right? The dust finally settles. You're clean out of sight. I didn't even think about that. I just said it. It's like, wow, there it is again. Dust, clean, Okay. Rose of Sharon, why don't you just come on home? I didn't feel the need to explain anything. It was like, okay, there's a dust up, there's a fight, there's some conflict. So, just come on home, And then I come here with water, your world is on fire. I'm met when the smoke clears with the screech of your tires. Splits, just come on home. And the last verse is, I can't remember if a friend might have said this to me or if I thought of it myself, but the notion that this isn't lovers, it's a father-daughter thing, right? And that saved the day for me because I wrote the third verse, which goes, your mother's light, your father's pride, provide you a place where you can hide. Rose of Sharon, why don't you come on? Why don't you come on? So back to the major sixth thing, right? So after the first two verses, I'm like, do I want to explain? To me, it would just be a bunch of words. To write a bridge would have just been a bunch of words that are absolutely unnecessary. This is a mood, a feeling, So don't have to, write some major stuff. So, all right, I need something, some kind of interlude. So for me, it became like a movie, So it's like, somebody just driving along this, somewhat desolate, isolated or something, just a highway going on. So like, okay, I came up with some chords. I played the first two chords. So here's how I think. I just played, the same chord voicing, and I played it once that way, and then when I moved up a whole step. So now, my first thing to do is to go. It's like, okay, keep going. I like the bass note, but that minor 11 chord doesn't work anymore. So I use the major 6. So I just did a half step thing, right? Let's see what happens with the half steps. Keep going. Like it. Like it. Different chord voicings, you know. I'm playing like the B minor, because that's what happened here. Now am I going to do this? Nope. Don't like it. It breaks the mood for me. It just went too far, right? So it's all feeling my way through these chords, you know, and then the sound of the melody. Now it's time to... Right? So I hit that E flat, and I want to go... So all these chord voicings are serving the mood, you know? It's a thing about, you know, like folk singers, which is where, you know, it all kind of started in the 60s, you know, Bob Dylan and all of that coming out of certainly some Delta, but a lot of, you know, Irish music. It's G, C, and it was about the words and maybe the voice and melody, but it's G, C, D, you know, A, whatever. So, you know, I like the chord voicing actually. Just everything just moves like this for me. I want everything kind of lined up, and because you have a thread, you know, a mood, a feeling just continues in that direction, you know, that's coming from, you know, some kind of feeling, you know, that you set this, you know, set the table, you know, in some emotional way, you know, and everything serves the song from there on out, you know. And again, that sixth chord, okay, one sec, yeah. I appreciate the question. But, okay.